Hello everybody, this is your old friend Ocean City, and today I will be watching and reacting to all the intros from Norm. If you do not remember Norm, you're probably not alone. It did not last very long, but to me, who saw it as a child, it was memorable nonetheless. Yes, they actually gave Norm Macdonald a sitcom. Why would you give a sitcom to a man that even NBC, after a while, did not want hosting Weekend Update? I don't know. They took a gamble. And it's funny, but funny in a way where I go, oh, I see how this got canceled. I see how he probably had a miserable time making this. You see the clash of Norm's sensibilities, which really, let's be honest, did not come to be appreciated till much later in life, and the network, whatever this network was, whoever was in a suit who got assigned Norm. I can't imagine any network executive wanted to be on this show, because I feel like they would have said no a lot. Without any further ado, I don't even remember what the show is about. Let's find out. Here are all the intros to Norm. Oh, he was in New York? Oh, he was Canadian, and then he moved to New York, yes. And this, Norm isn't even in this. This is like Squiggle Vision. This is like Richard Scarry's Busy. Like, it makes no sense. I feel like it was a mandate at the time that all sitcom intros had to have animation. Well, that was bad. That had nothing to do with Norm. This is the one I remember. And there's Ian Gomez. Artie Lang, of course, was before that. And Old Misfortune is following everyone everywhere. And this is a real, hey, I'm walking here, a fake New York set. Laurie Metcalf was a wonderful casting choice. And you just hope the show survived because of her. Oh, God. All right. We're using really heavy CGI here. I think that's what we're blowing the budget on. This one seems to be exactly the same. Let's see. Ian Gomez hits the pole. All right. And there's that woman. I can't remember her name. Nikki Cox. It's all coming back to me now. My adolescence. And then there's Laurie Metcalf. You know, Norm used to write on Roseanne. And that's probably where he befriended and realized she would be that good. And then what? Oh my God! Holy shit! Okay, obviously they knew things weren't going well. So this is the story. He was a hockey player. It was like a Happy Gilmore situation. And he evaded taxes, and then he got out of jail, and he worked at a newspaper. He was like the sports reporter, which was a little... Or he wasn't? And that's the guy from Alf. I can't remember his name. But he was also, I think, great. And is that it? You know, it went so fast that I could barely talk about it all. So let me just talk about it here. First of all, the first opening was complete shit. It doesn't tell you anything. It's like a tourism commercial just for New York. Told you nothing. Norm is not in it. You don't realize the show is even named Norm till the end. And it's so startling and weird that he's just Norm. And you go, but are all these people Norm? Who's drawing this? Is he a cartoonist? Why is it so New York heavy? You know, even to take Norm out of it, fine, you don't explain the premise, but it's just like general New York. It has nothing to do with his sense of humor. No wonder it was so jarring for people. I also want to point out that that song, while catchy, is like deeply insulting. It's like a repeated insult to music over and over again. I can't imagine why this did not last. So yeah, that first one is shit. It's total shit. It makes no sense. There's no reason behind it. I feel like they found this cartoon and they had no money and they bought it off like Kid Pix or something because that was ridiculous. The second one is a lot better. You see Norm, you know, avoiding the mind, shall we say. You got Artie Lang, you got Ian Gomez, you got Nikki Cox, you got Laurie Metcalf. You can't go wrong with that cast, certainly. But the street is so fake looking. And then it's so crowded. That whole layout is so unpleasant to look at. Maybe if it followed him around a little more. Maybe if he was really in New York. You know, one of those shots, it would have been a lot better. But it's so knowingly fake, and then yet so chaotic, and so surreal, and almost absurd. Well, almost absurd. It's very absurd. And then, of course, the one after that is exactly the same, except he gets hit by the wrecking ball on the way back, which is really ominous. I feel like that was a network choice. They're like, this shoe thing isn't working. You need to get hit at some point. You need to take a fall. Let's put some heat on Norm. He's burying everybody else. Let him bump once in a while. Let's see a little self from Norm. And I will say, for a 90s sitcom, Norm Macdonald, nonetheless, who didn't seem to be interested in putting money into anything, that's very good CGI. However they did that's remarkable, and it should have won an award. And then lastly, you got that really, really weird one where it's, I guess life is a game. That's what we're doing. At least that one explains the fucking story here. That he was a hockey player and it was tax evasion. That's the one they should have started with. Let me put it like that. And that life is all a game, that's the best one. It explains the story. You get everyone's faces at the end. They show, oh, he's working in social services, whatever the hell it is. I thought it was a newspaper, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm confused. And you got the dad from Alf in that one too, so you really can't go wrong. So if I had to vote for one all the way, I'd absolutely have to vote for the last one. If I was interested in seeing Artie Lang sitting on a fake set, I'd vote for one of the middle two. And lastly, if I wanted a generic cartoon about New York, the first one is my choice. Good luck, Norm.